everyone. Welcome, welcome. Just so you know, as you log in, you're gonna be muted. And make sure that you are supposed to be in Mad Science with Skyler, me. I know it was Ashley on Monday, but today it's gonna be me. So welcome, friends. Hi, everybody. I see that we're all logging in. And then once we're all here, we will get started. So welcome, everybody. I'm really excited for our project today. It's going to be really cool, guys. It's going to be super cool. And then just so you know, if this is your first time or you don't remember, you're going to be muted, so I can't hear you. If you have a question or anything like that, you can hit the raise hand button, or just wave your hand in front of the screen, and then I'll probably ask you to unmute. But welcome, welcome, everybody. We'll give a couple more minutes for everyone to log in, and then we'll get started with our super, super cool science projects. Hudson, did you have a question? Okay, click. I asked you to unmute. There you go.
I have something to tell you. I'm still eating my snacks from the last art camp thing.
Oh, amazing. Are you cooking?
So I might need a second.
Okay, we'll keep eating your snacks. If you're like Hudson and if you are still eating your snacks, that's okay. Oh, I see someone's holding an egg. Hi, Devin, I see your egg. That'll come in later. I got my egg over here too, but my egg is in a little bit of a different state. Here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what my egg is doing. There's my egg. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Skyler, can you make me the co-host?
Yes.
Thank you.
There we go. All right.
Awesome.
Questions, and we're ready to get started with the super cool project. Yes. Amazing. Okay. All right. So step one is to grab your clear jar. So grab your clear jar, your clear container, anything like that. Just like this, and set it right in front of you. Okay. And now is going to be the time. If you don't have water in front of you, go grab it from the sink. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our jar, and I'll show you how much we're going to fill up. You're going to fill your jar up about halfway. However big your jar is, if you want it to be a little lower, that's okay, but about halfway is the best thing. So I'm going to take my water, and I'm going to really carefully pour it into my jar until it's reached about halfway. So if you need to take your container to the sink, fill it up there, and then bring it back, that's okay. We'll give you the time right now to do that. But you see, I've just filled up my clear jar halfway, just like this. Okay. I'll wait until I see everyone back at their little area. It looks like Maddie Nolan, do you have a question?
Yes. Would watercolors work for coloring it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like paint? Yeah, sure. I think it would work. I think that would be a really good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, just dip your paintbrush in it and then get it a little wet. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So if you don't have food color like Maddie doesn't, you can use watercolor paints and then just kind of use the water as you would like to clean off your paintbrush. That's a good idea. Okay, I see most everyone is back. Let's give 2 thumbs up if we are ready to move on to the next step. We have our water in our jar filled up about halfway. Awesome. I see lots of thumbs. Okay, so the next step is you're going to take your food coloring, or if you're using another kind of watercoloring solution, you can do that. I think I'm going to make mine purple. I have this purple food coloring, and it's just calling to me. So I'm going to make my water purple. So what you're gonna do is if you have regular food coloring, add about 3 drops. So just go 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it looks really cool too. Watch as it hits the water. It does this super cool kind of like swirls out. Just like that. And then I'm gonna I have just a popsicle stick if you have like something that can stir it up. Just like that. And
if
now
you can just leave it and it'll mix eventually. Just leave it for a moment.
Yeah, it'll mix.
I did like a light green.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Made my water a little too dark. I made it just a little too dark, so I'm gonna dilute it, I think, with some more regular water, just like that. Okay, so now we have our water colored. Awesome. I see you guys holding up your colored water. Super cool. Be careful not to spill. Awesome. And then give me some thumbs up when we're ready to move on. Can I see some thumbs?
Okay.
I see all the colors.
All
They're
we've
really
done is half water with a couple drops of dye. Or ooh, Maddie, that came out awesome.
Awesome. So I think we look like we're ready to move on.
Oh, you just dipped a paintbrush in there. That's so smart. I love that.
My dad thought of that.
Love that idea.
That's really great.
But now I had a thought, Skyler.
Mm-hmm.
We have water. Step back a little bit and be very careful.
Oh, hang on. You're freezing around on me.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
I just realized that we have water and we're very close to a computer or an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're really careful.
Yes.
And you put your water down on the table and you try very hard not to spill.
Yes. And be very careful too of like bumping your table if your table's a little wobbly. I keep worrying about that because I have my computer here and then I have another computer right here. Okay. So our next step is going to be to grab our oil. Okay. Any kind of oil works. Doesn't matter as long as it's like a liquidy oil. It can't be like a hard oil like a coconut oil or something like that. But a liquidy oil. I'm going to open mine up. Open, mine's brand new, so I have to take the seal off. Oh. Okay, so I took the seal off of my oil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour it into our jar. Probably about 1/3 of the way up. So we're just going to fill it with oil. And it's going to look a little interesting at first. It's going to be kind of bubbly. Here, you can see mine. It's a little bubbly. It looks kind of glittery almost. But it's going to settle.
Do you shake it?
I didn't shake it. I wouldn't shake it yet. You kind of want it to settle. You just want to pour it in so it settles. And then it makes kind of like a clear layer of oil on top. Just like that, because oil is more dense than the water is, so it's going to rise to the top and it's never going to be underneath it.
Whoa, mine looks awesome.
Wow. These all look so cool. The different colors you guys chose is really awesome.
Mine made 1,000 million bubbles.
Yeah, I know. Mine still has a bunch of little bubbles. It's almost like it's already like a lava lamp, like a little bit. But so just wait a minute and see, and you can watch all those bubbles they'll slowly pop and become one big layer like this, which this is what we want. And if you only have a little bit of oil, add a good amount more. If you don't have enough, then that's okay. It'll still work. Just the more layer of oil you have, the more of the bubble reaction of the actual lava lamp movement you will be able to see. So I have about 1 inch in my jar, I would say, and then I've got about like 2 inches of water. So it's about 1/3 oil and then 2/3 of water, just like this. I'm gonna close my oil back up. Make sure I don't spill it because this is a super difficult thing to clean. Okay, and then I see some of us are still pouring our oil.
Yeah, be careful, it's real slippery.
Yeah, so we'll take our time at this step because this is kind of a more difficult thing, and then if we spill, it's real messy to clean up, and we don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, And
Let's
then,
see. Does anybody have any questions, or we're doing good so far?
yes,
I think we're doing good.
it looks like we're doing great. Oh, hang on. I see. Haley, did you have a question?
Can we put in the tablets next?
I would wait just a second because I have a little thing to say on those. But you
Okay.
can get ready. Start opening them up. If you are ready, start opening them up. And then we'll get to that in just a second. Give me 2 thumbs up if you guys are ready to move on from this step right here. Give me some thumbs. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna plug my computer in. It's about to die.
This is so cool.
This is like my favorite science project. Okay. The next step, when we're ready, is we're gonna take an Alka Seltzer packet. Does anyone not have the Alka Seltzers? Wave your hand in front of your camera if you don't have the Alka Seltzer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm gonna watch this part, and
Okay.
then I'll do the alternative when you're done.
Okay, so I know who doesn't have it. I see you, Shiloh. I will call on you in just a second and we will go over what to do if you don't have this. But for those of you who do have this, open up your packet of Alka Seltzer, and it normally comes with 2, just like this. And what I'm gonna ask you to do is kind of break it up, just like this. So I'm breaking it up. It comes in a big disc, and I'm gonna break it up into about 4 pieces. So just like this, I've broken up my Alka Seltzer into little pieces. And the reason is if you drop a big one in, the reaction isn't as good because it kind of overtakes the entire thing. So it's better to just crush it up. And then also you get more drop-ins, which is super cool. And then when you're ready and you've broken up your Alka Seltzer, you can go ahead and start dropping them in and watch the reaction happen. Just like that.
Oh,
it's
one,
so
and
cool.
then Shiloh, I'm waiting patiently with you. We're gonna do baking soda in a minute.
It's so cool. Just like that. You'll see it start to bubble and fizz, and it really looks like a lava lamp. It makes these cool giant bubbles of your color in it.
Yeah, don't shake it up. Let it do it on its own.
The thing is if you stir it or shake it up, the oil and the water mixes together and the reaction doesn't come as separate because of the levels of the oil and the water. Okay. Excuse me.
So if you don't have Alka Seltzer, here's what you do. You take some baking soda, you put it in a little cup. Okay. I just poured a little bit in, and then you add a little bit of lemon or lime juice, a couple drops, and it's gonna start to fizz. It's gonna make like a fizzy reaction. And then you just stir it up a little, and then you take that and drop that in. Ready? Watch this. It's really cool. Hold on. Have to mix the baking soda and the lemon juice together.
Wow. Actually, I did it, and I poured the lemon juice over the baking soda, and it made this noise like.
Yeah, it like fizzes, and then it kind of makes like a sticky little clump, and then you add that in, and it starts bubbling so big. And you might need to mix it a little bit. So I'm gonna get a straw to mix mine up. Or here, wait, I have a paintbrush. Ready? Here goes. But it's so cool.
Whoa! That's so cool. And then if you do have the Alka Seltzer, once your reaction dies down, you can go ahead and add a little bit more.
Yeah. You just need to mix it a little bit if you're doing the baking soda way.
Mm-hmm.
But it does kind of the same thing. So fun. Let's check in with the kids.
Let's see.
Let's see, how's it going over there, friends? Anybody want to show their lava lamp?
Yeah, or is anyone having any issues? Does anyone have any questions? Oh, wow. These look so cool.
Hudson, what's up? Do you have a question?
Does it make light?
Does it make light? No, it just makes colors and bubbles.
Cool.
Yeah.
But if you did it in a dark room, after this is over, you could turn all the lights off in your room and like close your windows. And if you have a flashlight, you could shine like a flashlight behind underneath it and then drop an Alka-Seltzer and it'll make like it'll be really cool.
Ooh. Or you could put a glow stick in there. Like just crack put the whole thing in there. Don't cut it open and then it'll glow in the dark.
Yeah, that'll be super cool.
Can I show you my lava lamp?
Sure.
I'm gonna put.
Wow. Drop it in. So cool.
I love
I already dropped the whole of them in.
Wow. That's awesome.
The cool thing is too,
Anybody else
if you
wanna-
have a jar or something that has the ability to like put a lid on it. Like mine, I could put my lid back on and I could go like put it in a safe cupboard where it's not gonna fall or anything. And then you could get more Alka-Seltzer or more lemon juice and baking soda and do it again. It's like
Okay,
the
I'm
forever
gonna do
science.
that. I'm gonna add more.
Mm-hmm. All right, does anyone else have any more questions? Hudson, did you have another question?
We're gonna leave and do it again.
You're gonna leave? We have more science experiments.
Oh yeah, we're gonna leave after this is done, and then we're gonna try to drop another Alka-Seltzer in, and then we're gonna close the lid, shine a flashlight on it.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Does anyone else have any questions here?
Keep going. Keep making them.
Yeah, I'm gonna break another. I used one whole tablet already. So I'm gonna break up another one and I'm gonna drop. Whoa. I dropped a pretty like medium-sized piece and it kind of went crazy.
Skyler, I also heard that if you put salt in there, it does something cool, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna try it.
Okay, let us know. Oh wow, I see you guys holding them up. Molly and Rachel, that looks awesome. Look at, whoa. It's so cool. It's really like a lava lamp. If you guys have ever seen a real lava lamp, this was really similar, if you know. Oop. Devin and Johnny, did you have a question?
Yeah, at my house, I actually have a lava lamp.
Oh, you do? Doesn't this look kind of similar?
And I used to have a lava lamp, but then I got too drippy, and Mama threw it in the trash.
Oh, well, now you have a replacement, an art camp lava lamp replacement. So that's so cool. Thanks for sharing, friends. Awesome. Ashley, is there an update on the salt?
You know, it does a little bubbling, but it's not great.
Not as good as like the other ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You could drop it in, but it just bubbles on the way down and then that stops. It doesn't like keep going.
Okay.
But hey, I tried.
Maya, did you have a question?
Well, so I only had one little packet of Alka-Seltzer, and then I added like some salt, and it went like crazy.
Oh, really?
So maybe it works that way. Because I didn't do Alka-Seltzer. Did you sprinkle salt in or you put a big scoop in? What'd you do?
I put sort of like this much.
Okay,
Like
I'm gonna try again.
Scoop in.
So you put like a good scoop in.
Yeah. Look.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, she's right.
Really?
She's so right. Check this out, you guys. Okay, hold on. Check this out, okay? Mine's not super clear. It mixed, but you can kind of see if you pour like a lot of salt in, it makes these giant bubbles.
Whoa.
Cool, huh?
Whoa, that was so cool.
Thanks, Maya.
I saw that it was like a really
You're
big bubble. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna drop another piece.
Watch, Skyler, watch. And
Okay.
then I put the cap on, I slowly tilted it and went back. Wait for it. So many bubbles.
Whoa.
I put a little bit this time, and it still makes some.
It still
Oh,
makes
fun.
a little bit. That's cool. Thanks for sharing, Maya. Thanks for giving us some scientific insights. Thank you. All right. I feel like we might be ready to move on to some more experiments, maybe. Give me some thumbs up if you're ready to move on to some more experiments. We can always come back to this too.
Yeah, now that you know the steps, you could keep going, or if it settles out completely, you could always rinse it out and do it again later.
Totally. And I wrote the materials that we needed in the chat. So for this experiment, and then I know you guys also have them from just the emails that get sent out. So you can always recreate this. It's super duper easy. Okay, so I'm gonna set my jar aside, just right over there. And we're gonna go into another super cool experiment that I started, but I haven't completely finished yet. So there is a way that you can turn an egg into a bouncy ball using science. It is super, super duper cool. So for this experiment, your required supplies are gonna be one egg, a cup, just like this, and then you're gonna need some white vinegar, just like this. I don't know if different vinegars would work. I don't know if like apple cider would work.
I think it will. I think it will. I'll Google it. Hold on.
Okay, Ash is gonna Google it. I know from the recipe that I saw, it said white vinegar would work. But you could maybe rice vinegar might work too. It should, because it has that acidic level. So those are the materials for this experiment right here. Which this one, it's not gonna happen right away. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Like mine's not done yet. Mine's not ready. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your egg and you're gonna drop it in your cup real gently. You don't want it to crack, okay? So I've done that right here. I put my egg in my cup, just like this.
And if you crack it, you have to start over. It has to be a solid egg. By the way, Google says any vinegar will work.
Okay, so if you have like apple cider vinegar, rice vinegar, any other kind of vinegar, yeah, it will work for this. And you can use it just in replace of any white vinegar or regular vinegar. And what you're gonna do is really gently, because this is kind of a smelly situation, is pour over your vinegar over your egg until your egg is completely covered in vinegar, just like I've done. So, and then you can watch it too. It's really cool. The second that the vinegar touches the egg, it starts to bubble in this super interesting way. Like, I don't know why it does that. I think what's happening is the acidity and the chemicals in the vinegar, like the different properties that it has, is reacting with the egg, and then it's dissolving the shell on the outside. So it's making all these bubbles, showing that it's dissolving. Does anyone see those bubbles? Give me a thumbs up if you see those bubbles when you pour over the egg. Okay, I see. Lori, did you have a question?
Yeah, it's not bubbling.
Did you pour all the way over? It shouldn't be bubbling like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, just leave it be. It takes like
small bubbles,
days.
Yeah, they'll be tiny. They'll be little bubbles. It's not gonna bubble like the same way that the Alka Seltzer did bubble, or the lemon juice and baking soda bubbled, but it's gonna bubble in a little different of a way, just like this. And then so what eventually will happen is we can let this sit all the way until Friday. And then Friday, when we come back for science, we can recheck in on our egg and we can test to see if the experiment worked. So this is going to be kind of a long experiment. But for right now, I'm going to show you a video on what's going to happen because it's going to be really cool. So in today, and as time goes on, and then tomorrow, and then Friday before class, you're going to have to check in on your egg to see if the things that the video says is going to happen is happening to your egg. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen really quick, you guys. I'm going to share this really quick. And then, let's see, I might have to share the sound as well. Ashley,
you just put do desktop and it'll share your whole thing.
Okay. Is it sharing? Can you hear this?
Yeah, but we can't see it. Do you want me to do it? I can do it.
It should have been. Why isn't it sharing? That's so weird. Yeah, maybe you got to do it because I click share and it's playing, but it's not.
That's okay. Just push stop at the top. Okay, let's try this one more time. We have the same video. Desktop, share. All right, here we go. Okay, you can see my screen, correct?
Yep.
Here we go.
It's super fun and super easy. Today I'm going to show you how to make a bouncy egg. I bet you didn't think you could make an egg. It's one raw egg, some white vinegar, and a jar. Simply put the egg into the jar and pour in your white vinegar. Make sure you pour in enough to completely cover the egg. The next step is to leave this for 24 hours.
Or 48.
But during you'll see that bubbles are forming on the side of the egg and rising to the surface. This is because there is a chemical in the vinegar which is slowly dissolving a chemical inside the shell of the egg. After some time, you'll start to see that parts of the shell have floated to the surface. After 24 hours, take the egg out of the vinegar and very carefully rub off any excess bits of shell that are still stuck onto it. If you're lucky, the entire shell will have been dissolved and you'll be left with a nice, squishy, bouncy egg. If you drop the egg from a small height, maybe a few centimeters, you'll see that it bounces and rolls just like a bouncy ball. This is because even though the shell has gone, the membrane from inside the shell is still holding the egg together. You'll see that the ball is actually quite strong. You can squeeze the egg, you can bounce the egg, and you can roll it around. But inside, you can see that the yolk is still floating around. Just to prove this isn't a trick, if you drop the egg from high enough, it will break. It's actually very thin, but very stretchy and very strong. Amazing, right? So there you have it. That's how you make your very own bouncy egg. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. Do come back.
Pretty cool. Okay, so if you're doing the experiment along with me, just let this sit until Friday and then check in to see if you see any more bubbles, any less bubbles, and then also if you see that shell like membrane that he showed coming up, it's gonna look kind of like a little pinky reddish, I don't know, almost like a little skin kind of peeling off, and you'll be able to scoop it out and see that it's coming off. But that's how you know that slowly your egg is going to turn into a super cool bouncy ball. So I'm just gonna set this aside for right now. And then let's do maybe one more experiment with our original materials, okay?
Hold on, we have a question. Hold on.
Okay, what's the question?
Yes.
So my egg, it's floating to the top.
My egg is doing that too. I think it's just because that our eggs have a little bit of airspace in them. It's not completely full of just egg and yolk, but I think that's okay. I think it's normal. Just occasionally maybe stir it so that all the sides evenly are covered in the vinegar.
Yeah,
Well,
like
you know what I did? I just put a spoon on it. And
there you go.
That's a smart idea too.
Great.
Does anyone else have any questions about our egg experiment?
Hold on, we got one over here. Yes.
My skin's starting to come off a bit.
Whoa.
Ooh, cool.
I can see a bit of it in the water. I might have stopped it a little too soon.
Awesome. So just leave it be. It's in vinegar, remember, and it's going to smell pretty yucky. So if you got vinegar on your hands, maybe we should wash our hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we need a popsicle stick to stir it?
No.
Spoon.
You can use any like stirring device that you have. I just happen to have a popsicle stick sitting right here.
Hold on, we have a lot of questions. Yes, Molly and Rachel?
I accidentally got some food dye that was on my hands on the egg, and now the food dye is coming off into the vinegar and turning it yellow.
Oh, interesting.
Actually, you can totally do that. If you want to drop a couple of drops of food dye into your vinegar, it'll dye your egg that color. Bouncy egg, it's not going to be, you're not going to see the yolk. It's just going to be all blue or purple or whatever, but you can dye it a color if you want to. That's okay. It won't change it. Yes, Judah and Asher.
Can we put on the lid for the
Put a
cup?
lid on the jar with the egg or on your lava lamp?
In the egg, for the egg.
I think you have to leave it open, right, Skyler?
He didn't say, so I think that I would leave it open because that's what the guide did, because I feel like the air might help the vinegar create that reaction in those bubbles.
Yeah, but maybe just put it to the side a little bit so you don't have to smell it.
Yeah, put it in like a space that like it doesn't really matter if it smells that bad. Maybe put it in like the corner in your kitchen on the counter. Make sure you tell your family, so don't throw this away too. This is my science experiment for Friday.
I just add green.
Great.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Let's see if it works. We're conducting experiments, right? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to check back in with you on Friday and see how the green turned out. Do we have any more questions about the egg? It looks like we do.
We do. Yes, Hudson?
My skin's starting to come off.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Okay.
I can see, and I'm starting to dye the egg. The blue's starting to dye the egg.
Great. Hold on, Maddie Nolan.
Why does it take so long?
Because it just, vinegar only has a little bit of acid in it, so it just slowly takes away that, the shell. It just takes a while. So on Friday, when you come back, you're gonna wanna bring a little bowl with a little water like you saw in the video so that we can take off the shell carefully all together. And we'll see if it works. Sometimes in science it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we gotta see. Should we try a third experiment? What do you guys think?
Are we ready for a third experiment?
All right,
Okay.
Skyler, what do we need?
So we are going to need, I used all my jars. We're gonna need a little bit more water. So I'm gonna go grab some more water really quick. If you need to go with me and grab some water, go do that because I'm gonna put a little bit more in it. And then I'm also gonna have another clear jar.
Or a cup.
Or a cup, or yeah, a water bottle, anything like that. I'm gonna go grab some more water because I used all mine doing my lava lamp. All right, I'm back with my water. I see some friends. It looks like they've left. So they probably went to go get water, just like I did.
What experiment are we doing?
We're doing another one with the same things that we did the first time, but we're doing it so it makes a little like cascading color.
Fireworks?
The color fireworks.
So you also are going to need a little oil
Mm-hmm.
and food dye, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't need nearly as much oil as we did last time. So if you only have a little bit left, that's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, I see we're slowly coming back in with our water. Dump out. There we go.
I love this one. This one's so fun.
It's so cool. This is another one that's super easy to recreate with the same ingredients as that first one, except no Alka Seltzer. All right. It looks like all of us are all almost back. Awesome. Make sure you have another clear container, just like this, or a clear water bottle, or a cup, or anything. Or if you even have like a measuring cup like this and you just want to do it in the measuring cup, that's totally fine. That's a cool thing too.
Skyler, do you have a question? Go ahead.
Can you stop for a second because I have to go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Go, run. Let's see. A couple of kids aren't back yet, so let's just give them a minute.
Mm-hmm. I see a little bit of movement around in the background of their screens though.
We just figured we had some extra time, so let's do another experiment, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, it is mad science. We can do all the mad experiments. I see friends have jars and cups and water.
You could have like a drinking glass. That would work.
Yep. Oh, I see some friends do have drinking glasses. They're holding them up. All right. Oh, and it looks like we're all almost back. Just waiting for a couple. Awesome. Okay. While we're sitting here, if you want to play with your lava lamp, if you have some extra Alka Seltzer, that can be a fun, entertaining, solve for time task.
Also, I can tell you a few things. One, on Friday, we're having a dress-up day. It's pajama day. So feel free to just roll out of bed and come to art camp.
I was a little early on that task. I got my pajamas already on, guys.
Perfect. What's the other announcement? Oh, if you want to rewatch any of the recordings, because we record all of these classes, you just go to YouTube and you look for Agora Art Camp 2020, and you can watch all these videos again. So if you ever miss anything or want to see what the other classes are doing, you just go there.
Wait, no way.
Yes way.
So even though I was in Mad Science, I can go to the other class and watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, and even more cool news, if you take a picture of any of your projects or science experiments or anything, magic, whatever, if you take a picture or a video, you can click on the link in the chat and it goes to our online art gallery, and you can put your pictures up there so you can see everyone can see what you did, but also you can see what everybody else did. Done. Wow. Announcements over.
What a fun way to share projects. Thank you, Ashley, for the announcements. Okay. It looks like all of us are almost back. If not, we're just gonna start because we gotta go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your clear jar, glass or container, water bottle, whatever you got that's like a clear cup, and you're just gonna pour some water in. Again, maybe about halfway. I did a little less than halfway, but just like that. So you're just gonna pour your water in once again, the same way that we did before. And then you're gonna get your oil ready. So it looks like some of us are still pouring our water, so I'll wait just a second. But just get your water or get your oil ready after you've done your water. Okay. And we're going to open up our oil, but we're only going to add a tiny bit. We're going to pour it in just over the water again, but we're only going to add a little bit, enough so that the whole top of the water creates a level of oil, just like it did in the other one, but not as big. So you see my oil, it's just barely covering the top of the water all the way. So I would say I maybe used like 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil, but definitely not as much as we did the first time.
Awesome.
Does anyone have any questions at this stage?
Shout out to all the parents that I'm seeing jump in and help. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If there's a mom or dad next to the kid, that's so awesome. Yes, Maya.
Is this enough oil? I'm just like, is
Yeah.
it too much?
Perfect.
No, that's fine.
Perfect. Does anyone else have any questions right here? Okay. So I've got my tiny level of oil on top of my good amount of water, and I'm going to get my food coloring ready. So for this one, or Maddie Nolan, or anyone else who doesn't have food coloring, get your watercolor paints ready and get ready to like drip them in. Get them super wet, so drip. And so what I'm going to do is one at a time, I'm going to drop in a drop of food coloring. Just a drop. And you're going to watch it sink down. And it might take a minute. And it kind of separates. It doesn't blend in with the water. At least yet.
Whoa, look at mine. Whoa.
Oh, wow, so cool. That's so cool.
So basically what happens is you do drops in there and they don't mix. They stay little droplet bubbles because they're sitting in the oil. But then as soon as it gets heavy enough and sinks down to the water, you're going to see fireworks in there.
Yeah, so cool. Wow.
Also, Skylar, I have a tip. If
Yeah.
you have food dye that's in like a big one that you can't do drops, you could take like a paintbrush or a straw and dip it in there and use that as a dropper.
Oh, that's so smart. So if you're having an issue with that. And then Maddie Nolan, you got to let us know. If you're doing it with watercolors, you got to let us know how that's going. Okay?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So cool. I'm trying to get mine to work. I'm
Just
pushing
do
it down.
bigger drops,
Oh
Skylar.
my gosh. So I think the issue with mine is my food coloring is like a gel food coloring.
Do bigger drops. See if that helps.
Okay. It's kind of working. Either way, it's cool. But if you have gel food coloring like me, it might be a little bit different of a look. Oh, actually it did it. Wow, it's so cool. It just like plops to the bottom.
Mine is totally working. It's making fireworks in there.
So cool. Oh, I see some questions. Okay. Devin and Johnny.
Our fireworks didn't work.
Let's see.
We put water and oil and food coloring, but they didn't work.
It was gel food coloring.
It was gel food coloring.
Oh, it was gel. It's just like mine. So what you're going to want to do is put a big drop, and then it should eventually drop and start doing it just like this. So mine is gel food coloring too, but it took a little bit longer.
Let me try a big drop.
Yeah, try a big drop and then let us know. Okay, Maya.
Mine did this.
How much did you put in?
I tried to. Mine doesn't come out in drops.
Oh, oh, did you have one that was, did you need to use like a stick or something?
Yeah,
I
so
tried
that's
using a spoon, but it did too much.
Oh, okay. All right.
So next time, let me show you a trick. Hold on. I'm going to go get a straw. Hold on. Hold on.
So maybe I would dump out that one, and then I would add a little bit more water and a little bit more oil, and then do Ashley's trick that she's going to show you in just a sec, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll get it to work. Okay, hang on. We'll come back to you, Maya, in just a second. Maddie, did you have a question?
I already was done with my project.
You're almost done, or all the way done?
Yeah, show 'em.
All the way down.
Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. That's great that you're almost done. You can add more drops too if you want. But it's good you're
Thank
almost done with class. But thank you for sharing, Maddie.
So Maya,
Go back to Maya.
the next time you do it, Maya, the next time you do it, take a straw like this, like a drinking straw, and you're going to put your hand on here and it makes it into a dropper.
Wait, on
So
where?
you put your finger
I
on
don't.
top.
Oh.
Watch. You dunk it in the liquid, put your finger on the top, but pretend this is food dye, right? And then you can drop it a little bit into your thing. Does that make sense?
Wait, so I take a straw and I put it in
The food dye.
in here.
No.
And then,
In your food dye container.
oh.
Yeah.
Into food dye, and then you use your finger like this on the top, and it'll make little tiny drops.
Okay.
You got this, Maya. You can do it. Okay. Lori, did you have a question?
Is this okay? Because we added a little bit of too much colors and then it just.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Eventually,
And
it will
black.
all mix together and kind of become like a cohesive, like purpley brown. But that's okay. It's kind of like a one-time, like,
Okay.
wow, look at the fireworks experiment. It's not like the lava lamp where you can do it over and over and over, and it'll continue to do the same reaction and be cool. Yeah, good question. Devin and Johnny.
Should we shake it because it's not working still?
Oh, so what I did, I grabbed some, like a spoon or a popsicle stick, and I kind of pushed the drops down into the water.
They
But-
fell down.
But they fell down and they're not working.
Huh. Yeah, mine just started like spreading. Maybe add a little bit more.
Try. See if you can get it to go.
Mhm.
Sure, why not? Mix it up with a spoon.
A little.
Okay, friends, we are done for the day. So remember, scientists always do two things. They clean up after themselves and they wash their hands. So
Yeah.
make sure you have put away all your materials, you close up everything, and wash your hands. Thank you so much, Skyler.
Of course, thank you, Ashley, and thank you all for being here. Enjoy your projects, enjoy your lava lamps. Thanks, guys.
And if yours didn't come out perfect, that's okay. That's part of being a scientist. Think about what didn't work and what you can do to make it work. Bye, friends. Enjoy your lunch.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm ending the meeting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.